All right then, so now let's go ahead and start doing for add to favorites option. So just like exactly same way, so we have to change this to add to favorites function name. All right, so then inside here I'm just going to copy the exact same stuff and put it into the favorites, and let's get the events. So here instead of save to collections, I'm just going to say save to favorites. So let's go to our API. Here we go. So inside this, now what we have to do is just like the same way how we did for the collections. So we have to keep it uh, for the favorites. But in this case, now what we need to do is we need to add this to the templates, not the users. So we are saving the collections, the template ID inside the collections array inside the users document. Now we need to, whoever liked this template, it's need to add the user ID into the template collections, into the template document. We need to add the ID of the user, whoever liked it, they need to keep it over there. We need to maintain their IDs and everything inside the template itself. Okay, so let's copy this completely. Anyways, it's exactly the same only, but we have to change the doc names and everything, and this is going to be saved to favorites. So copy this and paste it over here, and let's import it over here, save the changes. So now you will not have any issues or anything from that favorites. So we need to pass the user data and the data itself, and we can get it back over here. User and the data, we are getting it back over here. Now I'm going to check the if not data, the template doesn't have the collections called favorites. In that collection, if it doesn't have this user question mark dot uid, then what I need to do, I need to get the templates. That's the templates collection which we created. I'm going to push that template ID, and we need to update that specific template ID, right? That's the doc reference. So we are going to update the doc reference, and I'm going to update this favorites collections, favorites array, and I'm going to push that user question mark dot uid. That's the ID that we are going to push it inside the array. If it is say so, we set save to saved favorites, added to favorites, or we can say added to favorites, removed from favorites. All right, so doc reference, let's copy this, and let's simply copy this doc from here, paste it over here, and let's update the doc reference, and let's update the favorites over here, and let's remove that user from that particular collections. All right, so now we changed everything. So let's check it out. If I click this, it's telling us added to favorites. Okay, it's saying as added to favorites. Now I have to go to the templates folder, and let me go open the templates, and okay, here you can see it's not showing that. Oh, the reason is because we haven't refetched it, right? So if I refresh it, and now if I go and check the templates, you can see it's having 7 items in it, and it's having 6 items because we added the favorites over there. So if you go here, now you can see we're having the favorites, and inside the favorites now we have the user ID, because this particular user already marked as is favorites. Right now I have to get back to the template design pane, and just like the same way I have to get the templates over here. So const equals to use templates, and inside the use templates I'm just going to call that a refetch method, refetch, and I'm going to say temp refetch. So I'm just going to copy this refetch data right after here. So that is going to, every time whenever it's been getting updated, it's going to refresh that data. And just like the same way over here, I'm just going to check if the data dot favorites array includes user dot UID, which means, oops, I changed it in the wrong component. It's need to be changed over here. If the data favorites dot includes the user ID, that means the user already added this to his favorites. So if it is say so, I'm just going to say added to favorites, or else add to favorites. So now what we have to do is, just like the same way, we have to update the heart, the heart icon itself. So I'm just going to delete this and I'm going to write the condition. If it is say so, I'm going to bring the solid heart, or else I'm just going to bring the heart. Save the changes, and now you can see it's displaying the solid heart. The reason is because it is already added to the favorites. If I wish to remove it, now it's removed, and it's instantly updating the UI also because of this refetch method. It's refetching the data from the cloud by using its API, right? So everything is working smoothly. So far we have successfully completed that, implementing the add to collections options and add to favorites options and everything. So far everything is good. Now what we have to do is I have to bring back that this particular layer that's need to be displayed only when I'm hovering it. If it is hovered, I need to display, or else I don't want to display it. So what I'm going to do is, and so what we can do, this is the place where we are bringing it. So this division, this entire division needs to be rendered only if as forward. So use state snippet is forward. Then I'm just going to display that section is forward and displayed. So now it will not be displayed anymore, and it need to be displayed whenever I'm hovering over here, which means we have to create two different events: on enter, on leave, on mouse enter. I'm going to call a callback function, and I'm going to say set is forward as true, but on leave, on mouse leave, okay, on mouse leave, I'm going to say it as false. All right, so now if you hover it, it will comes in. If you hover out, it will show that options and everything. All right, so that's looking cool, right? So now all we have to do is to, whenever I'm clicking this, that's need to take me to that specific route. So what I'm going to do is, and so if I'm going to click here only. So for this, I'm going to add an on click event, on click, and I'm going to say is handle route navigation. That's a method I'm going to create, copy it, and I'm going to say const route navigation. So far we have created the successfully implemented the add to collections and add to favorites options and everything. Now we have to fix this route navigation. So let's go ahead and do that now.